some were built by his predecessor, which then means that they are very old. So in that program that I told the people of Kenya that I would do for them once elected in 2022, I have completed Nasianda Primary School. I have completed Siuna Primary School. We are at 65% done at DIDMUS.WHY Primary School. We are at around 90% for Community FIM Primary School. We have completed Kitai Primary School. At Kamusinga AC Primary School, a modern story building, we are doing glazing. We have done glazing, we're only remaining with the painting, and the school is ready, so meaning we are at about 95%. Our Bungoma Center is at 99.9% done.
Wow. We
are only remaining with the 0.001%, which is going to be completed by end of play next week. Community RC Primary School, we are at 99% done. We're only remaining with a few things to do. B2U Primary, we are at 90%. We are at 90% also for the schools like Matilda FIM Primary School, Namanga DB, Shendu Primary School, Kamasiero Primary School, Sulema Marunga Primary School. Kamkua FIM Primary School is fully complete. We are at 96% at a school called St. Peter's Nakadera, and we are at around 50% at a school called Jesanis Primary School. But what I want to assure you is that all these schools that I've mentioned, but they will open up for a new term in January in 2026.
Wow.
At completely new environment. I think the children, the students and the people should be completely mesmerized in the manner in which the school will be looking at. So those ones are projects of the project for the last financial year. Now for this financial year, we just had an approval from our NGCDF, approval for a number of schools, which then we need to begin procurement. These schools are, just to mention, Siuna Primary School, not Siuna but Chepkwabi FIM Primary School, Meruri Primary School, Lutonyi Primary School. Then we have this school called we're also building St. Monica Secondary School in Matili. I also forgot to mention that Punda Primary School, we have completed, is the only primary school that did not have a JSS. But in a record 6 months, we have built 6 classrooms.
Okay.
So the school now is complete, and it has formally been accepted now to host a JSS, Junior Secondary School. Yeah, so we also, there are some of the schools which we are now preparing to tender. Like I mentioned, Chepkwali Primary School, Meruri Primary School, Lutonyi Primary School. Then we have schools like Nzoia Primary School. We have another school called AIC Kimigichi, Kamusinga FIM, Kamusinga RC, #1 Primary School. We have New Hope Mangare, which we are beginning next week. We have Musembe Primary School, and then we have a school called Suwetuda. So my target is that by end of May next year, we will have completed all the primary schools in Community constituency, and then none of the primary schools in my constituency will have those very old buildings that looks like it's a place not near to a center of excellence.
Let me congratulate you, Mheshimiwa. you won an award as the best second performing MP in the whole of Kenya nationwide. So is it something that you had expected?
Of course, matters rating in terms of how you have utilized CDF.
Mm.
It's very clear. The building is either there or it's not there.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I also just forgot to mention a school like St. Mary's Oslo.
Mm.
It is part of the plan that we are now planning to advertise and sort out.
Mm.
When time comes, I can explain how much money we have received as a constituency from 2017 to the time that I'll be announcing. And I can itemize the schools. The beauty about me is that you can easily audit the amount of money we have put on our schools, because unlike other constituencies where somebody can get a project, for example, painting the 3 classrooms, or renovating 3 classrooms, or building 1 classrooms. For us, our projects are classrooms that we have built, I think, are 3. And that is about, we spend, it costs us 1.2 for the 3 classrooms, that is 3.6 million. So the project that has, I was elected a member of parliament in this constituency, but the average of at 14 classrooms total. And of course, we are also doing renovations now. And when we do renovations, school will renovate. In fact, if the courts will be fair on us and the financial year of 2025-2026, my plan is that I will have finished all the private schools in the constituency. So I plan to do a proposal where we will ensure that there is no child in community constituency who doesn't have a desk to sit on.
Mheshimiwa, it seems that your strong point is on that way.
Not that my main role is only education. I have done very well on roads. In my one of the best road network. As we speak today, the road which we have used to come to my home, I'm also laying tarmac on the road from Ushirika past Huroro. The road is almost getting to Chepkwabe Market. I'm also have a contractor repair the road from Tembate. I also have to get a contractor to continue to Nasusi Market to Kesanis. We also have tenders that are being closed for the tarmacking of the road from Kulima to Kapsukon, plus very many small feeder roads. Many occasions, so many times, we request for the objections where we can work with the roads. And I can give an example of the county roads that are being Isiku to Cherkey. That road is for county government, but the county has been. The same road from Bahai through Sango through Matiri is for county, but I do it every time. Yes, through Cherkey, joining the road to Kambini is county government road. I repair it every time. Road from is called Musambiti Bridge all the way to Kimoi. The road was not there. So we are opening up that road. The road from Manyiri, Marofu, the road from Kamkuya Market to South Area. The road from Kamkuya Market to Runakalira to Abuhoi. Sort it out. So we don't engage in blame games. That this road is for the county, this is for national government. Roads that will benefit the people of Bungoma. When it comes to the identification of our people, there is no person belonging to the county government. All the people are the children of Kenya, are the people of the Republic of in the road network. We've done exceedingly well in terms of connecting households to electricity. When I was elected member of parliament in 2017, connected to electricity was 17%. As we speak today, I have pushed that percentage. By the time when we are going to the elections of 2022, I have pushed actually a percentage of household connected to electricity from 22% from 2020% as we speak today. And we also have another approvals that are connected to them. I am confident that by the time we get to May next year, connections to around 90%. And you see, every day when households grow, as member of parliament in this constituency, another one will come. Governments will continue, you know. I will do more than what I've done because I have set a very good block where you can stand on. And like when I came in, you know, the roads networks were very poor, very bad. They were allocating roads, like 2.5 million, 3 million roads, which does nothing. Before you've seen even the road from Sikata to Kimelili. Yes. I have managed to secure and begin also from Kimelili Market going downwards, and they are moving pretty very fast, you know. So I am sure from me, we will do much better than what I have done because number one, I have been majority of the schools, so he will build on what I've done, you know. You know, when you developing a country or a constituency is like marathon. Relay. Person. If somebody, I think, is to get the baton to the next person, do much better than what I've done, if not in the same manner that I've done. Mheshimiwa, you have done a lot for Kimilili and now what are your plans for the whole of Bungoma County, now since you are aspiring to be a governor for Bungoma? Number one, I will not tell you what I will do for the people of Bungoma. But the people need to know. Not at this time. What I want them is to look at my constituency. I want them to scrutinize my development record. In Bungoma County, we have 9 amount of money for CDF. For your information.
Why?
The amount of money that our constituency gets is dependent on the value. The bigger the constituency, the more money you get.
Okay.
The many votes you have, the more money you get. The constituency that gets almost the same amount of money is Bumula, Kandui, Mount Elgon, and Tongare. 6. Kimilili and Kapchai, we are number 6. We get same amount of money. Forwards. Yeah. And the last ones that get the same amount of money are because them they have I think 3 votes each.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want the people of Bungoma to compare. In a short while, I have a plan to begin documenting all that I've done, and the people of Bungoma will see CDF in Kimilili constituency to achieve all this, and then comes when I will tell them what exactly the governor of Bungoma, then to doubt me, because by when I at the time that they are towards the elections, I can't tell the people of Bungoma what I will do for them. You know, when we are remaining with one another, Bungoma, what I will do for them in January or February 2027. Not even 2026. There are people who try to push me, like I've seen some supporting me. They have been trying to push me to say what I will do for the people of Bungoma. They are not my chief campaigners. Let them tell them what you will do with the people of Bungoma. Let them say what they will do with the people of Bungoma. It's not my business. Me, I am a team with expertise drawn from economists, public administration, local government administration, who are working on. I have told them my minds. They are putting my aspirations, my plans for this county into workable blueprints that are within the mandate of the county government. As per the County Government Act, they are refining it every day. And every time when I move around doing my meetings, I don't campaign. I go to listen to what the people have in their mind. What are some of the problems that I go through every day? Even when I go to an area, like I've been to virtually all the 9 meetings, I usually send my advanced team giving me the notes for now go through. And that is what you, and so that's why I've what I will do for them this year. I will engage the people until the end of 2026. The problem that they go through can be solved by this problem. My manifesto will come to solve what I've experienced every time. And I can tell you that 50% of my manifesto will just be monetary, with no monetary implications. Yeah, we just require, we are a directive that this is how we should do things, and that problem is solved. You know, then the 50% part of it is that is what will require some bit of financial investment. But I can tell you, and when the right time comes, I will tell the people and the way and means that I will use to solve it. Believe me, I only require 2 years to have solved the problem of the people of Bungoma. No, I tell you this because let me give you just a preview, a sneak peek of understand it yourself.
Yeah.
About 100 million development money from CDF. So for the higher, that's the amount of money that we receive for development higher. Of course, the other money is for administration, things for development is 100 million on average. So for 5 years, that is 500. For 10 years that the people of Kimilio have given me as the member of parliament, the cumulative amount of money that I will have received from the national government for development will be not 1 billion. There will be 900 million because spent by the new parliament will come. So with 900 million, when time comes, I will explain to the people of Bungoma that with 900 million in community constituency, we have done this much.
Okay.
In Bungoma, we have, I've just been, and I've seen that the shareable revenue for Bungoma County is about an excess of 11 billion. Assuming this 11 billion, you only work to ensure that you have in one financial year, or even in 2 financial years, 900 million per constituency, similar to what I have received from national government as CDF for that have given me as the member of parliament. And then you have 900 million available for development in every constituency. That's about 909. That's about that you only need to get to around to be able to achieve what I have achieved here in my constituency. That's not magic. The problem where that many governors go through is that devolution that the central government had neglected. I will implementing projects or a policy directive that will resolve every day before I begin to do legacy projects. Legacy 2 billion, it's a project sitting in one ward, another one couples. We have this place where I meet my voters, the way it looks like. I didn't spend more than 2 million. We have a mongrel in Mount Elgon called Higher Altitude Center. This is my compound, including the house where I live. If I build up every structure in this my residence, securing everything.
How much?
It is not half of the as a couple, and it's incomplete. So when I take, do you know the year that it was launched by Governor Ken Lusaka? When today, more than 10 years. You get the point? In my tenure as governor of Bungoma, I've been yearning to
You have to wait.
let them wait. I am still my week by week. Time that I have an opportunity to see many people who come to see me here as their member of parliament, and even as a gubernatorial aspirant. Apart from my attempt to solve, to understand, we take as account for what we solved. And when I afford them to my team. Every day, my manifesto will be anchored solutions to the problems that people of Bungoma go through. We have had so many development here in Bungoma which are. I can give you an example of we spend too much money, both from county to construct a single indoor stadium in Bungoma. What public problem has that stadium solved?
And it's not in completion yet.
Yeah. What public problem? If it's developing football are developed in learning institutions. Every institution in Bungoma, the schools around Bungoma, Kibabi, St. Mary's Kibabi High School, Bungoma High School, have got their playgrounds. Yeah. I'm told that the Masina Moro Stadium now is hosting, is now a house for county offices.
Oh.
The county offices, some departments have moved. Yeah, from stadium. From the time it was complete, how many matches has that stadium hosted? Apart from hosting. I am not saying the stadium is bad. I am saying that we must begin by spending public funds public menace, public problems. Lack of water is a public problem. If women are able to walk several kilometers in search of water, if the people of Tongaren are finding it very difficult to get to their homes, those who have vehicles, go the roads are bad. If the patients are going all the way to Eldoret to seek for specialized treatment, that is a public came to solve which public problem. Yeah.
I see.
We also built another county referral hospital and we are struggling to equip it. And then the reason why that hospital, somebody will tell you that they build it to decongest the Bungoma County Referral Hospital. Came to devolve national government to county governments. And in the same spirit of devolution, even from the county headquarters to sub-counties. If you want to decongest Bungoma County Referral Hospital, you don't do it. You don't do it by building another. You improve the facilities of Kapsopon Sub-County Hospital, Naitiri Sub-County Hospital, Cheptai Sub-County, Duele, Mula, and even in the ward of Ndivisi, because the people of Ndivisi and Mihu going to even part of Kakamega. You know?
It is true.
That is the only way of decongesting Bungoma County Referral Hospital. You know? I was also told that the county government from the construction of I don't know, milk processing factory in Nzoia, somewhere, I don't know where.
How?
Factory is full. If the national government is unable to run Nzoia sugar until we have reached to some, we will have capacity to run a milk processing factory in Nzoia.
So there is a problem.
Who are engaging in dairy ward is market, and you can provide market for their milk by incentives to set up a collection center and they collect milk. The amount of money that white elephant in the name of milk processing factory has coupled, I only require a quarter of it to purchase these canters with the tanks that can collect milk and hand them over to KCC, where refrigerated canters, you know, with tanks that they can go around, sub-county, deliver the milk to KCC or Brookside or wherever, you know. The only role that the county government of Bungoma can play in value additions is to be able to do an for KCC. Their plant in Bungoma, do we, once you know the amount of milk that we need to produce in, what is present produced before KCC sets their plant in Bungoma here, so the deficit, you do computations. How many cows for us to meet this milk deficit? If the cows are 1,000 dairy cows, then you buy 100 dairy cows across the dairy cooperative societies or different women groups, so that you have got these cows within Bungoma County. The liters of milk produced in a day to make it so that you can attract entities that are involved in milk processing to come and process the milk.
So do you think the county government of Bungoma has a problem?
Investing in ventures that will never solve public problem. You know, in terms of understanding people of Bungoma, I did my Barasa, I'm a moving encyclopedia. I say so because of interest in this county 2018.
Yes.
And yeah, when I was doing my master's in public administration, you can go and Google. My dissertation was about of devolution to support program, a case of Bungoma County. When I was doing my graduate, my project was titled Effects of Strategic Management, Implementation of Constituency Development Funds, a case of Kandu constituency. My PhD thesis again is about effects of branding strategies by county governments on service delivery satisfaction in Bungoma in this county. So I have engaged the SMEs, I have engaged the people, I know what are the challenges we go through, are unhappy. I know what is doing in communication, government, access of information. You know, when the people cannot access even budget information, it creates contempt. They begin to feel disillusioned. So, like I've said, when time, you know, before I have even said what I've done in my constituency here, a group of more than 70 leaders who at one point, and that individual thought that now everybody will scam.
Which individual?
The excitement that came by those announcements and the threats that whoever was head of this game now we have arrived. They, most of them they don't go to church because I had one of most of them.
So who are you speaking about?
I don't mention small people. When you mention small people, you market them. There is no way Coca-Cola will their marketing strategies. I mean, there's only one individual who went and bribed anybody who cared to stand behind him in a photo session. Get us off the rail, and so that we begin to chase them. If you ask that gentleman now, when I listen to him do some press conferences addressing people, I think it only frustrated. What frustrates a man is when you spend money on a course but the results are not coming.
Okay.
You know, more than 70 leaders that he paraded, I think he has remained with about 3.
So they've all disappeared?
They've all disappeared. You know, marketing a political brand operates on a principle that I said. When you are a leader elected, And then you are trying to resurrect a political character who's also drowning. When you try to, when you feel that they are too heavy, they can go with you, you let them go. When he speaks, you look at his body language. He thought things are going to be easy. You know, Waswahili, they took advantage of not everybody understood Swahili very well. A phrase which I think the opposite is correct.
Okay.
Alijogoa shamba wiki mjini. Wa mjini ndio wiki mashambani.
Recently we had by-elections in Kenya, in different parts of the country, and you were seen rallying for an one MCA seat in Kabuchai, Chwele to be specific. Things didn't go well with him. How did you find yourself there?
You know, I belonged to a team, which I'm a team player.
Yes.
To a team, you don't sabotage the team.
Okay.
Yeah. I went there. I did one meeting, and I went there because I underestimated. We just win easily, but later on, all opinion, our candidate was very far. In fact, let me tell you, if you difference, our team tried. From the opinion poll, it was very difficult for a candidate to gain close to 1,000 votes. It was very difficult. I went there to try and see whether we can. We were doing very badly. So let me tell you something that was very clear. I said I've come to support a candidate of Kenyans. They had me the other day saying, how have I gone to campaign for a candidate of 40? You know, we had a UDA. She got 39 votes or something in the whole. She wouldn't go far, but of course, you didn't have denied anybody an opportunity if you want to run for a particular seat, right? A proponent of Fort Kenya, but as a proponent of Kenya Kwanza, just to show teamwork, with the rest of my team, and I don't regret because.
It's true.
Yeah, and Captain Award. Not even, and I've had some people lost. Then my candidate, which is not true because number one, in 2027 elections, even if the people of Bungoma will make me their governor, I'm sure there are some areas where my 3-4 opponents, either one of them will beat me in the change if you were, if Chole Kapchai was in Kimilili, maybe you could have said it's an indictment, because my support base is Mount Elgon, Kimilili, the Webuyes, the Tongarens, the constituency. Once in a while, they will pass my constituency, they see what I'm doing. So the constituency which I will spend less time to convince them, you know. But the other areas, Surisia, Bumola, Kapchai, apart from Mukuyuni here, those are the areas that I have to work hard to introduce myself to them, because maybe they will come to Kimilili once in a year. Some they have never come to Kimilili. We have build story buildings in primary schools, and we are doing cabro and tires. They only imagine because maybe they have not seen them physically. And at times when they on social media, they think maybe it's not real. I did a meeting somewhere, and my friends in Nairobi thought it was AI generated. They didn't know that you cannot really tell that whatever. But give it to him. Give it to him. Today, in the county of Bungoma, if you ask the most popular member of parliament, I would say is Majimbo Kalasika. Because say the most popular MP, you ask me, because Bungoma is Majimbo.
I think
so because and Majimbo Kalasinga offering opposition. You know, when you play opposition politics, the things you are saying,
okay,
and then they say, oh, get the point. And it's very easy when you are when you play opposition, you know, it's very easy, right? And I think if you ask me, I will tell you that he has defended these people. These people expect of him. And such a person to go against what that person has said is this one. Like, for example, I'll give an example in my students here. Assume we have a by-election of one of the votes tomorrow. Parliament, I have my candidate. You can't beat me. How can you beat me?
Because you are popular, so you...
I am popular in that in my constituency. Yeah?
Yes.
And worst of it was that yeah. So it was expected that
Mheshimiwa, are you aware, because of you supporting the candidate of Kabuchai now are saying that you are a project of Fort Kenya, a project of Moses Wetangula?
Who is saying that I'm a project of Moses Wetangula?
Some people.
How can I be a project of when I declared that I will be running for governor of Bungoma in 2018? I was not saying it directly. I will no longer want to be member of parliament for community, and I think I want to be a bishop so that I have unlimited where I'm going to preach the gospel. That was a correct language to me. I want to be the governor of the people of Bungoma. How can I be a project of Moses Wetangula, the party leader of Fort Kenya, when all his, including the Speaker of the County Assembly of Bungoma, the leader of majority, the Secretary General of Fort Kenya, took pictures with one gentleman who is mongering about what here in Bungoma. They did a presser. If there is a project, then that project is that person who is saying, I am a project. I can't be a project of anybody. Everybody knows I can't be a project of anybody. You know, I have gone everywhere in this county of you know, until people have been saying that I am alone. You know, you've seen the same character that the owners imported from. It's a project of the group of people that brought it.
So that is Honorable Tim Wanyonyi.
If you say so, that is it, that's a project. I'm not a project. It is him who is a campaigns for him to the level where somebody might think his life depends on it. He campaigns until even when the people tell him no, you want to abuse them, you know, like as if the county leadership for Governor of Bungoma, what the Bible talks of, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent will take it by force. It is not. Things are different. So they project that person. And my supporters should not be worried about, you know, you lose, you gain, you gain, you lose. You know, there are some people, me, because I'm UDA, you know, there are some people who also support or run on whichever party, you know, but by the time now I will get the ticket of UDA to run for governor, maybe they can opt to go and support another person. You get the point?
Yes.
Because we have will have about maybe 4 parties or 3 strong parties.
So
nothing called UDA. It's called UDA.
Okay, UDA.
United Democratic Alliance.
Yes.
I don't know where are you getting this thing called UDA. There's nothing called United Democratic Alliance. Yani muungano. Huu wa demokrasia.
Okay, so you want to be running with Fort Kenya?
You know, I moved around with them, but they felt like and brought the tourists from Nairobi. They failed to make a proper name recognition because you know it's protein. I think even the guy talks too much. He can expose people can know that, oh, but this man is not intelligent. But when a fool keeps quiet, he can be mistaken to be intelligent. So the man has been his name. They feel he's a good man. But when they listen to him, that's nothing. He thought that I would just quick the emotions of the people of Bungoma when they sympathize for him. I don't know for whatever reasons. It's not working. You know, he came in done marvelous in Westlands. You know, he's loved in Westlands. There is no stupid politician in the Republic of Kenya who runs away from work. Intelligent politicians will take advantage. You run where you are loved, not a place where you are struggling to explain to the people that have done more in Westlands. Every day on Facebook. Let him show. And can you compare? Schools for 15 years. A person who has served for 15 years. Like myself, who has been around only for 8 years. But he is struggling to justify that he has done more than what someone who has been around for 8 years has done. The one that have been around for 8 years, their records are uncomparable.
Elections that just took place in Kenya. What do you think is next for Kenya and the party leader, Honorable Moses Wetangula?
You can ask himself or his Secretary General. Committee meetings. Committee. I was not part of evaluated what we're going to have in terms of what next. Yeah.
But do you think that, okay, let me just put it like this right now, because everybody can see.
My focus has always been on how do I this choice from among the very many who have. I am one man who the principle that says minding my own business, because my business is so huge, even at times divert my attention by beginning to focus or minding on other person.
There are no lessons learned from whatever happened.
Of course, there are various lessons that have been learned. The people know what they want. Number two is that people should not assume that only those in leadership positions, yeah, the voters have become a bit intelligent. With the propaganda that flies around that NGCDF for community constituency is managed from Nairobi, the people know it is managed from here, right? Our people cannot be manipulated who try to sway what they know, or what they have in their mind to otherwise. Like, yes, we agree. DIDMUS has built so many story buildings, but they are collapsing. They are cracked all over. You know, the people of the community know that there is no story building that the authorities have asked the You get the point? There is nothing like that.
Mm.
I had my other friend from Webuye West saying that the whole of CDF until there is nothing left. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but you move around, you see schools being developed
Yes.
at a supersonic speed. 0.9%, we are meant 0.1 for it to be complete, plus very many things. You haven't seen any from anybody from the constituency decrying that our schools are not doing ABCD. Get the point?
I get the point.
So the people have come of age that once they have fixed themselves. And I can give you another valid example. You've seen majority of the people that try to market marketing everywhere, not in Tonga, not in Mount Elgon. Once they just begin, you see there is visible resistance from the people until the marketers begin to engage in threats or you get the point. That tells you that the people of Bungoma know what they want. They know whom they want. We can debate about whom they want, but definitely why the resistance, I have no idea. Yeah, because the people of Bungoma know that he is a project. He was brought by people. That sisi wabunge wa Bungoma, wabunge nani, mmoja ndio hakukuwa peke yake. Tulikaa na kwa gavana ya Bungoma ni huyu. So I mean that is a declared. People of Bungoma have no time with projects. The problems of the people of Bungoma. A project will come to satisfy the interest of the project managers. Did you see an MOU? There was an MOU flying around on social media that these people had sat somewhere in members of parliament who are not sure if they will win. They had a rider that they will be given the leverage to propose in this position, or in the event that they themselves don't win elections, then they should be given first priority. That is how projects are run. You know, they sat in Nairobi, they looked at their interests. Because what interest will you have to say that will be the CEC roles? That are these CEC roles. Yeah, against the conflict of interest laws in our country. You know? So that defines what a political project is.
So, Mheshimiwa, is there anyone funding you right now at the moment?
If there is somebody, if there is a person who is funding me, then my family. Yes.
So, can you give us some clarity? Because I've had it from so many people.
I will not give you any clarity. What I've told you, those ones who are propaganda. The only thing I can tell you, you are a seasoned journalist. Say you want to see the fund account manager, look at what they do. You can go to Nairobi on the NGCDF board that is in Nairobi. Go and enter an app. You can get an app for community, an app for NGCDF. And then you go to community. You see the community projects. You will know where they are managed from. As that.
So that was also
So if our CDF, I think all CDFs will be managed from Nairobi. If we can be able to achieve what we have achieved in the very short period of, have we seen any national government coming to engage people for public participation? You know, them coming here. There is no single constituency in the Republic of Kenya since 2017, the time that I went to Pan, that has ever been managed from Nairobi. Is taken away from the constituency and be managed from Nairobi, then it means we have glaring that nobody has been taken to EACC, nobody has been arrested. I think the NCC was traumatic, and I esteem and comment. Remember when they were going to some papers, they were portraying me as a corrupt Mungu 99. After about 2-3 months, themselves they were arrested by EACC. Now for embezzling public funds for the people of Bungoma to the tune of about 70 million. And I think from that time they went quiet. I sued them for defamation. And I think they are in court. They are in court. I sued them because I am a law-abiding citizen. I am not violent. I don't believe in political rules to go and beat them up. But I'm agreed. I just go to court so that the court can intervene as an independent arbiter. Yes.
Mheshimiwa, what do you think about this thing of trending right now? There's Honorable George Natembea. There's
I want to tell you something. You can't look for a lawyer for a kingpin. That in any of our laws. What these people want to be is what we call in political science that they want to position themselves so that many people can benefit from them in a term which in political science we use. This means that, remember when Wamora Kijana fought Kenya by then? Whoever Wamora said, in this community constituency, I want you to give me so and so to my member of parliament. So when he says this one, I was doing in Luo Nyanza, tuwekelea mkono, wanachaguliwa. That is what we call in political science as the golden finger of the peoples. So there is nothing like kingpin. that people purport to look for. It's an illusion, nothing else. We have people who think that I'm rich if you are deep in government.
It is true.
Right? If you are deep in government, and that you can only be deep in government if you can position your king as the one who can direct how the voting. Press my statement. People think that you can only be extremely rich when you are deep in government, and the only way to be position yourself to be the one who can auction your community to the highest bidder. You know that I am the only one who can auction the Mlembe nation, and then I can go to negotiate with the leading presidential candidates. The things which Rigiji is doing, where he threatened some leading political presidential aspirants, that you see me have my community behind me, so if then we have to share your government. What are you giving me? You know, some may even ask liquid cash, 2 billion, 1 billion, or 500 million, 3 CS positions. Let me tell you. But it's all about an ethical. You know, it's all about that is an. It is just corruption in a different form. You know, it's just out of envy where you see someone, he amassed some wealth, and then you feel like this person he amassed a lot of wealth within a very short time, or he has got this very because he's deep in government. Then you hatch a plot to rival him, so you begin to position yourself community better, because you're also being jealousy. You've just also developed an ambition of also breaking in. You begin to negotiate things, maybe not to the benefit of the community. You know, so I believe in a school of thought that we need influence from your region. Utilizing the resources that the government of Kenya has placed under your patronage. Yes. Yeah. Say, hii miaka yote tumepoteza. I wish we have, you know, that is the school of thought that I subscribe to. You know, proper understanding. I may say that when I was elected, until when I was elected member, in fact, many people outside they said, sit on a Jubilee ticket. That's what they said. By this African Director of Elections, never they got half of the votes that I got. You know? But when we began to implement our proposals, ghorofa ya kwanza ikajengwa, ya pili ikajengwa, ya tatu ikafika. This young man from Kimilili has really transformed his constituency. Until friends who are seeking to be elected members of Member of Parliament for the first or second time, in Bungoma began to use my name. Again, MPs for 15 years, and they were seeking to represent those constituencies for another 5 years to make it 20. So they were simply saying, yes, there is no any single story building that this person has built. There is no single tarmac that this person has done. Who is just hardly been a member of parliament for 4 years. We have seen story buildings. So they were giving hope to their people that they will do what community has done. And it's on that basis that the people of Bungoma receive relation. So if they will give them an opportunity to run for as a governor of Bungoma, country to know that indeed Mr. Barasa is a development-oriented person. So I have simply the shortest route to being that person that your community will believe in what you say. There are small elective areas given you to showcase that once you've been given the mandate. So those who are trying including George Natembea, at the end of the day, it will all boil to as a government. But I believe that raised to the next level, two reasons. And what scholars who say that wisdom. So those are the ways precoce. Then second thing is that positioning yourself, how you do your politics, either through rhetorics, development, put together, to be to occupy the ultimate political position. Yeah?
Okay.
Presidential candidate from the Bulembe nation. I want you to go and write down the serious presidential will come from my generation. The people who are born if you didn't have an opportunity to join more school, but most of our generations, at least we had the school of Kibaki, Uhuru Kenyatta, and William Ruto politics. Politics is a science, it's not an art. It changes every time. Yeah. So I am not writing of a serious lawyer presidential candidate. My generation.
Now, you were once a member of Jubilee Party before you became an UDA. Jubilee Party is trying to position Honorable Matiang'i because Matiang'i is also eyeing for the presidential seat
You know, Fred Matiang'i social media presidential candidate is no different from Maraga. And I don't think if on a ballot paper for presidential elections, I don't think so. I think he's just an individual who is hiding himself to the level where Abagusi people can hide behind him, then we will go and auction them. Yeah? And they can even auction them for a cabinet position reserved for himself. I am a practicing politician. And for your information, I am a political scientist. I am able to tell a serious presidential candidate and a person who has just said, I'll be running for president, just to onboard all the members of the then he goes to auction to the highest bidder. You've seen Rigathi Gachagua speak. He confirms that he is not interested in being president.
So what is his interest?
So what he is doing is to fool candidates that he is the one controlling the people of Central Kenya. So once you believe in him that he is controlling, then he tells you, that's what I there is no difference how Matiang'i is behaving and how Rigathi Gachagua is behaving with a police officer, a traffic police officer. He shows you his police card for you to confirm that he's a police officer. Then he directs you to park. Tells you, unasemaje, maneno unaonaje, uko na ngapi. That is basically what Rigathi Gachagua and Fred Matiang'i are doing. Once they have brainwashed that the whole of the Pussy community are behind Fred Matiang'i, or the whole of the central Kenya is solidly behind Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua will box you in a corner. That percent of his government belongs in his community. You know? So will end up in the next, the name of Fred Matiang'i will appear in a lineup of a presidential candidate as a cabinet minister. Go and write somewhere.
We are following.
Those are people who auction their communities. You know when I grew up as an active member of student politics. From our community here, of course, I never lived many years to see Omaro Kidan. I was first year in the university, so at that time I didn't have into mainstream politics. But when Omaro left, most of us were behind Eugene Omaro. Eugene Omaro was telling us he wanted to run for president. If he would run for president, he would win. But I was just doing what Matiang'i is doing. Then he ends up in cabinet. He ends up completing serious president. And it has become clear that their positions in Kenya nowadays, they are for someone who wins an election. Like Speaker of the Senate, Speaker of the National Assembly, some cabinet positions. So when you see somebody positioning himself that I want to run for president, it's not that he will still want to run for president. If you are a serious presidential candidate, please can you talk to me? Once you speak with him, to how a rock traffic police officer handles a motorist who is being overspeeding. That's actually what happens. Himself to a level where presidential candidate for a cabinet position. Regarding Gachagua is behaving in a manner in which is not for any other elective position. Manipulate Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, and he has begun manipulating him. You've heard him say that 50% of government should be reserved for him. Yeah, you heard him say that out of B7 with Kalonzo Musyoka that he will field around 70. Kalonzo Musyoka only fields other parties, not Kalonzo Musyoka only. The other parties will field around 6. That all the MPs in Nairobi only fields 1. You can imagine. And such people are very dangerous. Because when you say that you want, you can find me among them. This country has 290 constituencies, 47 counties, and 8 regions. Every region, every government. But if you want to take 50%, who are you? How? As if the people that you are appointing from your community are going to serve your interest. Even if there's somebody from your community, that person is supposed to serve the Republic of Kenya. A child in Mandela should be excited by the appointment of an individual ministry that is pertinent in providing solutions to the problem that child caused. And so it's a person from Western, when an individual from Northeastern, from government position, that this young man from Western feels that this position holds the key that my parents and ourselves we go through every day. That is the country that we want to build, not a country that is illusioned by Rigathi Gachagua. A country where you threaten presidential candidates and say, I have 4 or 5 million. No direction where to vote. If you want these votes, please let's take it. Give me this percentage that will give me this position. And that I'm the one who will sit somewhere with my wife, whether in the bedroom or balcony, bikini or wherever. And I'm the one deciding now for this one, I will put this person. Then you can begin meetings at night before the same people goes in State House for official government meetings. This is to have.
It's true.
We can't allow those kind of things to go. Because regarding Gachagwa's insinuation or his efforts to manipulate Kalonzo, 50% of government, it means the man want to run a parallel government. That if there will be a cabinet meeting on Tuesday next week, the man convenes his role, maybe on Sunday. So that when the people go to have now the meeting where they are discussing about Kenya, the 50% that he has talked about are putting the discussions to suit a village. That is a country that we, all of us must run. And that's why we are saying tutor to William Ruto. Yeah? Let William Ruto finish his 10 years. Open up to anybody from whatever tribe, determined by the numerical strength of your community, but will be determined by how I plan for this country and how you are rolling out your campaign, your ability to market your brand as a person to every part of this country so that the people can vote for you as President of the Republic of Kenya.
Mheshimiwa, I want to talk to you about something else. Recently we lost Baba Raila Odinga, and as you know, Baba ODM party. What do you think about the future of ODM party now that Baba is not there?
ODM will struggle just in the same manner Fordkin has struggled after the death of Omar Gidai. When a popular party leader exits, there is power struggles which open now can split the party into 3 different directions. And let nobody cheat you. That in Kenya, democracy like ours, ODM was the biggest party in Kenya. The party is not the party. The party is the party leader. Even when before Baba died, if Baba could be alive today and to Jubilee,
Yes,
his followers would follow.
it is true.
His supporters followed him. Won elections in 2013. People followed him. I see ODM fragmenting it. Yeah. Into elections. It's even evident now. We have some team. We have another individuals who are anti-broad-based, and we have others who are another team, but are behaving as if they are diplomats. No, they are neutral. Like they issue statements that Attempt to tell me the issue, both sides can feel like they come out on a CC, they come out on a CC, the confusing statements.
Yes.
You know, they are waiting to see which side between broad-based and each other one will blossom so that they can join. We were saying the parables, we were meaning your side was, you get a point. So that is what is going to happen.
It's 50-50.
It will, ODM will split. And that will prove that ODM had her fortunes dwindle is after 2027 elections. Their current strength, both in National Assembly and Senate, will drop. When Omar died, I think Ford Kenya had about the subsequent elections, the numbers were reduced by more than half. Reduce, you know. That is what will happen to ODA.
Commissioner, maybe you can.
I think put our best foot for our cause of being and what I want to tell my people, the new year that is coming.
Yes.
More consultative, you know, from the time that I declared I want to govern Bungoma. But as we tick towards 2027, it's becoming a very many supporters that are on board. MV DIDMUS.WHY Barasa for Governor 2027. Talk about me. It is about the people that are with me. Yeah. So next year going forward, our teams synergize and I will position now myself as the people's project. I have done much as my own project. My support base has grown from Mount Elgon to Bungoma. My support base has grown to a level that it is no longer about myself, but about them. So I will be expanding my team. Can now drive my agenda and I am hopeful that we will vanquish our opponents. But I have two main opponents. Moja ni Nzoia jioni. Moja maana ya mradi. Maana ya mradi ni wenye mradi wameleta.
Project.
Mradi mwenyewe ni wenye mradi ndio wenye kusema. Unajua wenye mradi wanaweza amua wabadilishe ule mradi. Project owners have got the ultimate duty and desire to change the project. Can change the project bids. They can change it at their whims and their will. So a project is not independent minded. When you listen to him, he's insinuating his own blood. They share names. They meet weekly. I mean, you can manage to fool people in one instance, but you can't fool people every day, every time. You can't.
It doesn't make
Basically, even, all the people in Bungoma, they all know who a project is. Kwa Kiswahili wanajua nani mwenye. Me, I have gone to all the 9 constituencies. The people have endorsed me. I have positioned myself as a people's project. Yeah, and the ordinary project ya wajumbe 8 out of 80 MPs. Mebaki na watatu. 6 wametoroka, wamepotea because wameona hii mradi inazama na tukikatalia hata wao pia utazama. Mebaki na Fred, mebaki na John na rafiki yangu mwenye ananyoa kinyozi mpanga. With the time, I think he will remain alone because members of parliament that are currently supporting him now will be with him in his political formation. Political realignment will come.
Yes.
And the people will adopt the positions of their party to rally behind the candidate the party has given the flag for various